Paranormal Survivor on Deadly Land. Interview with Joellen. Take one.
I was happy. It was a good relationship and everything was happy.
In the year 2000, Joellen moved into a new home with her husband, John.
Couldn't wait to do things in the home to make it more ladylike.
After settling in, Joellen began to have strange experiences in her new home.
The first thing was silverware on the counter. Like if someone was getting ready to set a table, like the sound of a bunch of forks and then placed on the table. And I would hear that, like dishes, someone moving in the kitchen. I told John about what happened. He's a skeptic, so he just, laughed at me, but.
Joellen tried to disregard the strange events, but then her daughter, Sarah, told her something that was impossible to ignore.
We were just going to the store. I had put her in the car seat in the back. She said, "Mommy, there's a spirit in the car."
A what? A spirit in the car.
And I said, "How do you know there's a spirit in the car?" And she says, "Well, ghosts are mean, spirits are very nice." How could she know that?
There's nothing in
No one has ever spoke to her about stuff like that.
Most children can easily connect to the world of spirit. They can see spirit, sometimes they can hear spirit. Children haven't learned to shut down their psychic gifts and their psychic abilities. They haven't learned to conform to the five-sense reality.
Honey, there's nothing in the car, okay?
Sarah's paranormal encounters became more frequent and more disturbing.
Good night. Mom.
She started saying, when I'd put her into bed, she'd say, "Someone's standing in the corner." "Mommy, come here. There's a ghost standing in the corner."
There's nothing there, okay?
And I try to calm her down and say, "Oh, it's okay, it's a shadow."
Night.
She started saying, "There's a ghost standing in the corner."
There's nothing there, okay?
And I try to calm her down and say, "Oh, it's okay, it's a shadow." She started screaming.
Mom!
I had talked to her to tell these spirits to leave her alone.
Spirit.
So she would sit in her bed and say, "Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep."
Spirit, go away. Spirit, go away. Go away.
And it seemed to work for a while.
The spirit soon returned with disturbing results.
I was in the shower at the time. We had a toy room, and she went to play. Within a couple of minutes, she was screaming top of her lungs. She comes in the bathroom, and Mommy, this lady tried to scratch me. She just went like this, like with her teeth, and she leaped forward and went like that with her hand.
Show me.
She showed me where it happened, exactly the spot she was at. So I looked around. I said, "Well, she's not here now." But she wouldn't play there anymore. What concerned me the most is that she was going to scratch her or hurt her in any way.
It wasn't just Sarah. that was getting attacked.
I work at night, so I come in at late hours. I come in very quiet, try not to wake up the family. And I will sit on my couch and play a game of my solitaire, you know, to wind down. I would hear noises. I kept saying to myself, I'm just gonna pretend I don't hear it. This one particular night, I went to sleep. Fell asleep on the couch. My face was facing the back of the couch. In the middle of the night, I felt someone push me from the chest, just like a shove. Like the spirit's getting mad for some reason. That was it. I was done. I have to get somebody in here, find out what's going on. I needed answers. That's when I contacted Mark.
I received an email from Joellen. She was asking for help at her house. She was obviously concerned for the welfare of her daughter. On this investigation, I brought Cheryl, our psychic medium.
I have the ability to communicate with spirit. I'm an empath, so I will feel the emotion coming off of the spirit. When I arrive at a location to do an investigation, I try to get a general feel for the energy in this space.
We don't tell our psychic mediums anything prior. In this case, Cheryl did not have any information at all on the investigation or any of the activity that was occurring.
There's a lot of anger in here.
In this particular case, all of my attention was initially drawn to the kitchen area, and there was a feeling of anger that was happening. And I started to experience sounds, you know, hearing plates breaking, hearing things banging, like cupboards banging.
Something that I found a bit unique was Joellen was reporting different types of feelings and sensations in different parts of the house. The kitchen, it was a crazy, scattered energy. When she went up to the second floor where her daughter slept,
This is where the sadness is.
this was an area that Cheryl started feeling very sad in.
You just wanted to cry.
As she walked through this house, she picked up every single thing that I went through and experienced, like to a T. That's amazing. That's just totally amazing.
The sadness was overwhelming. There's a little closet up in that bedroom. That's where I located where the ghost had been hiding. And this is where she would go to cry.
It's okay. You don't have to be scared. Something happened that made you sad. You can tell me what it is.
I instantly got a sense something horrible had happened.
I want to help you.
I instantly got a sense of a very violent event. She kept crying, I can't get him, I can't get him. Something horrible had happened.
Cheryl began to get a vision of what had happened.
There had been some kind of an explosion or a fire connected to the property, like a big bang, energetically.
There used to be a squib factory that was on the premises here. There was a major explosion. This woman that lived on the second floor, she saw her child burn in front of her.
And that never left her. The combination of that guilt and that sadness prevented her from crossing into the light when she died. She gave me the name Laura Dunn. At some point, there was a history of the property done, and there was a woman named Laura Dunn who resided in an apartment above a factory. And that factory did have a fire, did have an explosion. This woman did lose at least one child.
It was so sad. You feel so bad for this woman that this happened, such a devastation.
You need to cross over into the light.
Cheryl attempted to remove the spirit from the house.
Cross into the light, Joel.
Initially, she didn't want to go.
She almost felt that she deserved to be suffering.
Help the spirit cross over into the light.
Some people, for a number of different reasons, refuse to cross over. And it's very important that this process be done. If someone has lost loved ones, they may still stay in that area trying to complete unfinished business, which would be saving the children. If you don't cross over, it means you're trapped between worlds. You're not in the physical and you're not in heaven. So you become earthbound, you become stuck.
I asked the angels if they could bring the souls of her children to the door so she could see that her loved ones were already on the other side waiting for her to join them. As soon as she realized that her loved ones were there, she very willingly walked into that light. The moment the spirit walked into the light, there was a sense of quiet. There was a sense of peace.
It's okay. She's gone now.
The house was a totally different atmosphere. Even my daughter noticed the next morning.
You're doing so well.
Emotionally, I was feeling relieved because she had crossed her. And I felt really sorry for this woman. Like, I felt really bad that she went through what she went through.